15 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna bring in a second. We'll start right now.
That bit recorded. 5, 4, 3, 2.
What's going on, guys? It's your boys with the Truegainz podcast, man. Where just like a coin, there's two sides to every story, and we're here to tell it. It's your boy, your friendly neighborhood.
I'm still trying to digest that one. Man.
Yeah, like that, like a coin.
Two sides to a coin?
I said coin.
A coin?
Coin, yeah.
Oh, I said corn.
It's like a quarter or something.
Like
You said corn, bro.
I thought you said corn. I was like,
corn.
We're not
I
talking
took a
about
sip. I was like,
corn.
We're not talking about corn.
God,
Well, y'all heard what I said, like a coin. There's two sides to every story. We're here to tell it. It's your boy, your friendly neighborhood Negro, Finley. You know, we got Mr. Leaky Fossey,
Mr. Shelbeck.
Mr. Drip, Granddad, J 1 through 8 was missing, so we got Mr. 9, and then special guest. We got special guest and track star,
Have me on the gram, bro. I am King V, bro.
King
King
V,
V.
King
In the building.
underscore V,
In the building.
no underscore.
I am King V.
King V.
I am King V.
Nah, man, but it's been a week since we met, guys. I just want to get a quick praise report, man. Anything to report? Anything good happened to you guys this week?
Nah,
Just want to get a quick praise report.
great, man, good.
Yeah,
Really good
pretty
week.
much. Pretty much.
Close to the mic. Been a good week, okay. Nothing special happened, nothing nobody want to report.
Well, I got something to report.
Go ahead, King V.
I moved into a new crib, man.
Moved into a new
That's
crib.
awesome, man.
All
Congratulations.
praise, man.
Moving on
Roommate
up.
situation, though.
Roommate, that's
but
great.
it's on McGregor, so you know I'm living good.
Oh, he on McGregor. He a suburban
He by the
dude now.
water.
Suburban
He's
guy.
I'm a suburban
By the
guy.
water,
Shout out
guy.
to Kodak, bro.
I don't stay in the projects no more.
Shout out to Kodak. He out
I don't
there.
hear gunshots no more.
I sleep good at night. That's good though.
I keep my door unlocked.
I say hi to my neighbors.
Everybody-
Wallet in the
everybody say
car.
good morning, man.
Keys in the
You
car
know
and
what
all
I'm
that.
My arm get tired waving at all my neighbors.
It's so friendly.
That's good, man. That's good. Well, welcome to the suburban gang, man.
That's
I wanted
awesome,
to
man. That's
personally welcome you. I like to see all my boys get out the projects, man.
How much you living?
I know where you stayed at before. I see your whole crib. I seen the bullet holes in the wall. They bust. No, I'm so playing. Mojo had a nice house before, guys. He was living good too, man.
Except from San Carlos.
Oh, God. You want to talk about projects, but nah, that's good, man. Moved to new
That's
crib.
awesome, man.
I'm happy to hear that, man.
Leveling up, that's it.
Anybody else, man? Anything happened over the week? Man, okay, well,
Just the grind, man.
just the daily grind.
Daily grind.
Ain't that right, J9, man?
Daily grind.
Mr. Grind.
We be grinding.
I love it.
That's
I love
it.
to see it, man. Well, all right, guys, let's get the ball rolling here. Start today off with accountability. Is the topic we're going to start with today, man. Accountability, you know, between, first of all, you know, we want to talk about between men and women, but also kind of like, you know, age range.
Yeah.
You know, where do you see kind of people start to take the most accountability, and where do you feel like people aren't taking as much accountability for their actions? Whoever want to pick that up, man.
Man, I'm gonna start it off.
Hold on,
Mr.
King V.
Man.
Let's hear from King V, bro.
It's really like a something that's like taught to you from your family, people you're around, people you keep around you.
Okay.
If somebody tells you what you're doing wrong, you don't take accountability for that. You want people doing it wrong, thinking you're right, and so you're not gonna want to take accountability. But the person around you has the best interest in mind for you, like your family, your mom, dad, pops like that, your grandpa or something like that, and they teach you how that, like, you know, how it happens in your life, what happens in your life. I mean, they're gonna tell you like, yo, you were wrong, and you're gonna like, you know, you're gonna accept that because they're older than you, they know, they have more experience, and somebody loves you, they're gonna tell you the truth. They're not gonna hold nothing back from you.
Oh, I feel that, man. I feel like parents play a big role. Parents and upbringing play a big role. You know, I've seen a lot growing up where, you know, a child that was in my grade or age range happened to do something. And I mean, you've seen it. You know, the parents would come to the school, advocate. My child would never do that. You don't teach. My son, what? Well, my son. No, wasn't nobody that sounded like that was. My son, not my boy, not my boy. No, but honestly, I seen, you know, kind of the development y'all doing, man. The development of those people that never had to be held accountable for their actions, how they are as an adult. they're kind of reckless. They don't feel like anything is their fault.
Yeah,
exactly.
for
And
sure.
that works as you get older, and people don't tell you that stuff. The older you get,
You blame.
you're stuck in your ways, so you blame other people.
exactly.
Blame
You
other
start to
people.
believe that your life is dictated by everything else,
Yeah.
like instead of it just being about you. It's,
Yeah.
oh, it's because of my teacher, it's
Yeah.
because of my community, it's the
Right.
traffic, it's the government, it's the president.
I mean, I think we all been there though. At one point in time. we
Yeah.
always
It's
that-
the weather.
for that
Yeah.
first
It's
year.
the weather.
It's too damn hot. I get very emotional.
Those zodiac sign people. It's because I'm a Capricorn. I'm a Sagittarius.
You must be an Aquarius.
You don't see it's a full moon outside, guys. Of course, I'm gonna be more irrational. Gosh.
Those are the type of people that need to be held accountable for themselves, man.
Yes, sir.
No shade to those people. Though. I don't know what they're capable of. So. I ain't trying to piss y'all off. I love the community. I'm a Cancer, guys. I'm emotional. I'm with you.
I love everybody.
I love everybody. That's good, man. That's good. So, I gotta ask, man, guys, do you feel like, personally, I'm gonna speak for myself. I personally feel like, it's more commonly seen in, I feel like women, from what I've noticed, take less accountability for their actions. Again, this is my personal opinion. Feel free to debate me on this.
I don't think it's a gender thing, bro.
Well,
I think it's a personality
From
thing.
what I've observed,
I definitely think it's a
maturity.
gender thing, bro.
I feel
It's
like
a gender thing?
I feel like
You
it's,
think so?
I feel like it's part of a gender
I
thing
think
because
it's
I
a
feel like
personality thing.
society kind of coddles women
Yeah.
in a way.
Facts.
It puts them in a position where they almost don't have to always take accountability because somebody. You ever heard of a white knight? Captain Save.
Whenever women do something wrong,
Captain
and
Save
then
up?
they
What?
have those. No.
Can I work it?
I wasn't gonna say Captain.
Oh, that's what you meant, right? Can I say what?
Well, yeah, a white knight will come in and be like, no, it's okay, Yeah, you did something wrong, but because you're a woman,
Yeah, you have all those protectors down.
Kinda get like
come
a
to
bailout.
You get like a little leeway.
Yeah.
you don't notice, like, say for example, influencers. A male influencer and a female influencer, both of them can do the same thing, but what's commonly seen as is like a woman will get on there and cry and she'll, oh my gosh, I don't understand, and yeah, I ain't mean to do it, I'm so sorry, and they'll be bailed out instantly. But a man will do the same thing and his career is over. He's no longer a darling star anymore. He's
I mean,
not-
I guess it's in regards to what though, like,
because you get close to the mic.
but you can't hear me, bro.
I can't hear you. I
You
can't
hear
hear you.
him?
I can't hear him in the headphones.
I mean, I hear myself.
Yeah, I hear him.
But I mean, that's
That's why you
like
gotta clean that wax.
that's
bro.
called thoughts. He said I can hear myself. That's called thoughts. You're thinking. Is that new for you? First time? No, I'm just playing.
The reason why I think that it's a gender thing is because most men are found guilty before any kind of reason, any kind of evidence is being brought to them. They're guilty before they're found innocent, basically. As if a woman says
Yes.
something, they're believed. You feel me? Like the people that they say it to, they'll believe them automatically because they're a woman. It's pretty much believable.
I feel that.
Like the hashtag, believe all women. That's a hashtag.
Believe
So
all.
that took it to another level.
That's a legit hashtag.
That's a
What
legitimate.
happened to
That's
like
a legitimate movement.
That's a movement.
That's a
So what
movement.
happened to
Really?
the whole like
Yeah.
innocent before found guilty type stuff? That is not even a thing right now anymore. The minute a woman says something, it's believable and the person is already like dictated down and probably arrested or something like that.
I really feel what Bojack is saying, especially in the court. Not so much in like the legal system, but in the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a male and you're accused of something, take for example Johnny Depp and his situation with his ex-wife. She came out and she made a whole slew of accusations.
It was part of the movement too.
And they fired him. He's no longer playing Jack Sparrow. There's a
It's
paper.
never gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Never gonna be the same.
Never gonna be the same.
Never gonna be the same.
Can't nobody pull that
in
off.
that new Harry Potter type movie, he got kicked out that.
He got kicked out of the Fantastic Beasts. They crucified him.
Yeah.
He came out with factual evidence, video and audio proving that he was abused, and she was actually also an abuser. She was abusing him, throwing things, hitting him, inciting that kind of stuff.
Wow.
And everybody was quiet. Everybody was quiet when that stuff came out.
Believe her, and then
He went and sued the paper that came out and said he was like an abuser, but because I forget he sued them for libel.
Yeah, for lying on him.
But because it was still like up in the air or something like that. The paper, they let the paper stand on their whatever article they came
Not
out
like
with.
slander though.
Yeah, it's like
Technically, but because
it's
the
in the
case was
UK.
still up there, it wasn't finalized yet. They're able to still publish it without having no repercussions.
I mean, I feel like it's the fact that he has, evidence showing that that was something that was happening for a long time. Like, my thought is like, why would you even stay in that relationship? Like, he should take responsibility. You gotta put yourself in there. You with
At
someone
the
crazy.
same
It's
time,
like,
Facts.
how many
Right.
women would you say the same thing to?
and then.
How many women would you say?
Okay,
the
so
same thing?
it's a little bit different though.
How so? How
It's
so?
different in the sense that this right here, right? So if I got a girl beating me up, right? Like, how much can she really beat me up?
No.
And
That's
that-
still abuse, though.
I
That's
think
It's
still
there-
abuse,
yeah.
but you kind of step
Therein
away
lies
from
the
that
issue.
though.
But I'm saying if a woman's getting beat up, it's gonna be a lot worse for her, but a lot of them will go back to the guy.
Yeah.
It's
Even-
same
right?
thing.
Even
So
if a
you
woman
have
can
to
beat
be
a-
able
Even if
to.
a woman can hit a guy.
No, you good, bro.
Even if a guy gets beat up by a woman, even though the abuse might not be as worse, it's still considered abuse, but it's seemed like that because you're a guy, or you can handle it, you can take it.
Yeah,
But it's not.
that's the
It's still
problem.
abuse, regardless of what the situation is. It's still abuse.
Yeah, but it's like in his case, it's like, bro, you got evidence. You like
He could've
recording
left.
this
He
stuff
could've
happen.
left.
Like,
The thing
why
is-
you going back?
He was
could've
trying to
left.
make it work with his wife. You got to remember, there's love there,
Yeah.
and it's the same thing with all these. Definitely don't want to discount anybody that's a victim of domestic abuse. That's a serious problem.
It is.
That is a serious on both sides. But just like anyone else, he wanted to make it work with the woman he loved. But that right there, I feel like it's part of the problem. Not to say like you're a problem or anything, but like when you justify it by saying, well, he's a man, you devalue his experience as a victim because he is a victim just the same as anyone
I'm
else.
thinking of this woman. I'm thinking she must be like.
She don't gotta be that. She don't gotta be that.
6'2" muscular.
She was throwing hands.
She held him down, bro.
Held him down.
I don't care who you think you are. She was throwing pots. She was throwing pans.
That's crazy.
She was pursuing him. He would leave. She would get more upset. She would trash the house.
Very mad.
She, like,
Call them up.
the thing is, like,
Nah,
with
that's
that.
past staying though, man.
Well, he got away. That's why they're getting a
Yeah.
divorce.
I
But
would
the thing
never
is-
stay.
But she came out and said what she said. He got crucified. He came out with facts and evidence.
And he still lost a job.
Still lost.
Still lost his jobs.
Yeah.
Still, and she still got to go up and speak for like the Me Too movement
Yes.
and all this.
All
Yeah,
that.
yeah. She still got
All
to do
that.
all this, and I was like, really, allegedly, really. I just had to put that in there, just.
She did talk up there.
She did, but just in case something was wrong with that, you got to
Nah,
throw it in.
you're right.
Throw it in allegedly.
I'll let you
Throw
know.
it in allegedly.
She spoke up there. She spoke up there.
We're gonna get a lawsuit. I can't pay for that, man.
Trust me, I come with facts, but I know she did walk up there. And
Yeah,
talk
she
about
did.
it.
She went up there and she spoke, and I thought that was very despicable, just because like despicable, dastardly.
How
dare you?
Been
Dastardly.
bamboozled.
You
have the-
you have the audacity.
She had us hoodwinked, just like we pull the wool over my eyes.
Bro.
She was a sneaky fox.
Yo.
No, but like that right there, I feel like plays a role in why women aren't held as accountable.
I have a quick story on that as well too. So
Go ahead, man.
I saw this on social media. There's a story of this female. These female older ladies. They're like over 40, 50 years old. So they were making like little sexual comments to a high school person, a high school football player. He looks like a college athlete. He's like, damn boy, I'll do something to you. You know what I'm saying? But if it was a guy and that
Oh,
perspective
yeah,
saying
yeah.
that to a
Facts.
girl,
Yeah.
bro, it's like, damn, bro,
Going to
you a
jail.
rapist
Well,
or
hold
you
on, going to jail.
Bro, Cardi B was doing the same thing though.
But you gotta
Cardi B
understand.
said the same thing where she was drugging
Yes.
and
Yeah,
robbing
exactly.
dudes.
Bill
And
Cosby.
She said that on
Bill Cosby.
That's what I'm saying. Bill
Grandpa
Cosby.
Bill.
And they said that was 30, 40 years ago when they did that.
30
Yeah.
plus years
But now they
ago.
coming out.
And
30 years
allegedly.
later, like, come
Yeah.
on.
Bill Cosby
Yeah,
is
that's crazy.
blind.
Come
He
on
is
now.
legally blind.
Damn.
My dog.
And he is in jail. And Cardi B
Right.
came and admitted it. She was like, I was drugging
was
niggas.
doing it.
She said,
Yeah.
drugging them, robbing
Robbing
them,
them.
and leaving them. She said it out her mouth.
Openly.
People were like, go girl, girl
Yeah.
power. Yes, bitch. I was like, whoa,
Get that money.
Whoa.
Get that money.
Wait a second.
Get that money.
Bill Cosby sitting in jail for accusations
Yes.
that he
And the
denied.
thing is, like, I feel like after one woman comes out and says something, like
Everybody
so
comes.
many's gonna come out, but I feel like it can't be all of y'all. Come
No,
on.
yeah.
It can't be all of
It's
y'all.
gotta be
The thing is, I don't, because I'm not there. I don't want to be judge, juror, executioner. You know, in the court of public opinion, does it seem far fetched to me that like 30, you know, however many women he had accused of,
Bro, but it wasn't just Bill Cosby though.
Yeah.
right?
There were
it's-
so many people
but
that
this
got accused
speaks,
of stuff.
not to get into conspiracy theory territory, but this speaks to kind of like a theory that I heard about. There was, I think it was Dr. Umar Johnson, who said he's actually kind of
He's
he
smart.
makes
I know,
some good
I know
points,
he does.
but he said that there's like an almost kind of like an organized effort to take down strong, influential black men.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you know, Bill Cosby tried to buy.
Oprah Winfrey's one of those people that try to deteriorate black people.
Bill Cosby tried to buy was it like CBS or something? He tried to buy some news organization, and they don't like that, because if he had got that organization, imagine what would have happened.
Yeah.
He'd have put more black people in positions of power. He'd have put more black people
On TV.
put a microphone in front of people that look like us and Josh.
I agree with that. That's facts.
You know, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, he bought, you know, he had the masters for the Beatles.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson had a lot of influence. So what they say, oh, he touched little kids. Michael Jackson was sleeping with little boys. You know, he was.
They made a story on that.
They made a whole
They made a
story.
story about that guy, and the story was like broken down, and somehow part of what he was saying made no sense because he left, but his mom or parents contacted Michael Jackson for money.
Yup.
Even though part of that like something happened where he couldn't have touched him or nothing like that, but they contacted Michael Jackson because they ran out of money to get more money.
Yeah, they wanted
So
more
why-
money.
Why would you? So you
Man,
got
there was
money.
parents selling kids to Michael Jackson. That's what they're trying to say.
No, there was
They were trying to
parents
sell.
that were claiming
Yeah,
that they were
Michael Jackson
setting
did
up to hang
something.
out with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And then Michael Jackson would. You good? Michael Jackson would touch them or whatever, and then send them home, and they would be like, "Oh, Michael Jackson touched me."
Yeah.
And a lot of those kids came forward after all the little documentaries and stuff like, I think one of them was called like Remembering Neverland or
Yeah.
something like that. They came out and they were like, no, yeah, we were lying. We were lying for money. And it, I
Did
mean,
it? Really? They came
yeah,
out
look
there?
it up. A lot of them came out and were like, yeah, we were lying for money. My parents made me say that. So
You
we
gotta
could
think,
get
man, there's some parents that do some messed up stuff.
Of
bro.
course.
And they don't care, bro. For money,
For money.
Oh, bro.
if they desperate, they'll do some bad stuff.
People
Especially if
do-
you're Michael Jackson.
Yo, I
Yeah.
feel like
You know how much money
those
you
parents
can
should
get.
get
Exactly.
It won't even
There
hurt
should
your
be,
pockets.
and that's
Yeah.
the problem, bro.
Yeah, bro. I feel like those parents should get some consequences on that.
Speaking
Like,
on
speak on that.
accountability,
Yeah.
man, a lot of these people that come out, and male or female,
Yeah.
if you make a false accusation on someone,
Yep.
there should be repercussions.
Yeah, exactly.
There
You should
should
definitely
be.
get a charge
You
for
should
that.
get jail time for that.
But
There's been so many star athletes, not just touching on just athletes.
Yes.
Where
Yeah.
the girl
Accused
says
of rape.
they accuse
Yeah.
them.
Exactly.
High school
You know,
students.
D1, you
College.
about to go number 9th in the draft.
Yeah.
Bro,
You know, all of a
first
sudden,
picks.
Boom.
Yeah.
Whole
gone.
career.
Especially now
One
with social
accusation.
media. Social media can destroy you.
They'll crucify you there.
publicly. You know, even if you don't have anything that happens in a court,
Yeah.
publicly you can be destroyed, bro.
Because people will see you and recognize you and be like, that's the guy that.
That's the
Yeah.
guy. And if they don't follow up on the story, they only have that one side.
that one side,
piece
like,
of
yo,
information.
exactly.
And
I
the
see
trial,
that's the
trial
rapist.
systems, you know what I mean, where it takes, 2-3 years to even go before the judge
Yeah.
and prove that you was
Yeah.
innocent. Now you're looking at 2-3 times that you ain't played, and you lose your whole. So you say you losing your whole career.
Once that accusation comes, recruiters stop looking at you.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
You could have signed the paper that, nope, that's a breach of contract.
Yeah.
Get rid of them. I've seen a million times, man. I wouldn't say a million. That's
Didn't
a
Jameis Winston?
I'm about to say
do
million is a lot.
a million is a lot.
He almost went through that.
that? No, do that.
Oh no,
False accusation.
Dalvin Cook went through that.
Dalvin Cook.
I think there was a football player, I think he recently wrote a book where he had come out of jail after serving X amount of time, because a woman accused him of some, they went to a party together and they had sex. And after the fact, she went and said that he had actually raped her. And all this, and it blew up, and he served jail time, and then she came out and was like,
It was all lies.
it was all a lie.
So, dude from Oregon, the number 1 DN that was coming out of number 1 D in the draft, coming out of college, same way. Girl hit him up with he did this, he did that. Took him to trial. 2 years later, found out he wasn't guilty. Lost everything.
He lost everything.
This is my opinion on that, right? It's not like you can't just change that, right? How society looks at it and stuff like this. And I had this talk with Philly, right? When you first started getting into business stuff, knowing how it already is, as men, we gotta be smart enough and responsible and take accountability to not put ourselves in those positions. Like I wouldn't have an appointment. I wouldn't have a woman show up to my place of business if I'm there by myself, right? Yeah, I understand it's for business, but I want to do it. That's me, you know, like.
Yeah, I agree with that, but there's also a whole news report about how women feel like when guys do that, they are not, how can I say this, they're not respecting them enough where they want to be one-on-one alone.
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna lose that respect.
They feel like in the workplace, if a man, if it's kind of sexist, if a man can't be on a one-on-one with them at a place of business, and if a guy even consider having another male, another woman in the room, they don't like that.
Yeah, see.
So how do you win if you try to put yourself in the right situation for the right thing?
At
You
the
can't
same
win.
time, we can't put all the accountability on men because that in of itself, you're
Laws
saying
gotta change.
we have to do more. Men have to do.
Well, I put
There
on
should
myself.
be-
I'm not saying other men, but
Well,
I gotta protect myself.
There needs to be more
Laws.
repercussions for people that do stuff.
False
like that.
accusations.
If you
There's no
lie,
law for that.
Yeah.
if you lie like on a guy and you say he did something and he loses, like I feel like you should pay him reparations.
Or pay how much time you would have spent for that crime was about to
Yeah.
you accuse him
Pay
of.
him reparations. You should go to jail and should pay that man. Put a check in
Time
his
lost.
pocket.
That's
Because
definitely time lost.
that's time lost, money lost, opportunities lost.
Your repitation.
Is
Because even if it was a lie, it's still your reputation.
People
is
still gonna
ruined.
look at you kinda
It's-
crooked
it's-
eye.
Yeah, because they're gonna look at you like it's
Like,
damn, this dude like some kind of predator
Because
or
some
something
people,
like that.
no matter what they see, they're gonna be like, well,
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Exactly. Exactly.
For real.
But to tie that back to a point here, man. Speaking on accountability, I mean, I feel like there should be more on both sides, you know, to kind of make people step up to the plate. You know, if you lie, there should be repercussions on it. If you perpetuate false stereotypes or you do something to put somebody in a predicament where now they lost opportunities, you should pay that person.
Yes,
I mean, that's just how I tie that back around. But all right, man, that's crazy.
So that just to jump in between subjects here, what y'all think about the pardon of
The
Lil
pardons, a
Wayne?
Lil Wayne and
Lil Wayne and
Kodak.
Kodak. Yes, sir.
Trump
What?
was selling them pardons out like
Trump came in
hotcakes.
clutch.
He pardoned Lil Wayne and
And
Kodak.
Kodak Black.
I mean, not just them, but he pardoned a lot. And now, if you look
A lot of
into
people,
it,
yeah.
it's a little sketch because he pardoned a lot of people that were doing some grimy stuff
Yeah.
for him.
That's why I think too.
A lot of those convicted people that had been proven to
Do
forgive me, I don't know the
sketchy stuff,
names. Look it up yourself, guys. This podcast, not a news report, but
Hold up, show me the documents.
Look it up yourself. What are the facts? You know what I'm
no,
saying?
but
Hey Siri, Google.
I'll link some of the names. He pardoned a lot of people. You know, I feel like a lot of the headlines are like Kodak's free and Lil Wayne's free. You know, regardless
Lil
of
Wayne
that.
was in jail?
Lil Wayne was facing 10 years.
Yeah, he was facing
10 years on a
Yeah,
gun.
what?
They had him. They had
What?
him. They had
He
him.
already pled guilty.
They
what?
had him. He was
For a
gone.
gun, for a gun.
Felony.
charge.
You mean from the one from a long time ago or another one?
And a lot of people feel like Lil
That one too
Wayne,
was
Just
still,
happened.
that MAGA stuff.
That one that he had was still going on, bro.
Yeah.
That last one a while back was still.
No. The one he just had right now is from Miami. It
Yeah,
just
they caught him
happened.
on the plane.
Just happened.
But there was still a case against that one he had when he was like 30, 20 years ago. It was never like shut like that case.
Unless he was on
Wow.
probation with it.
Yeah.
Probably, I
If
think
he
it
was
was
on
on
probation, if he's on
probation
probation with it,
I think he
they'll
was.
tie it together.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Because he still had that still going
Probation,
on. He
parole,
just
whatever
never
it is.
completely went to.
They'll tie it all together.
I mean, damn, I feel like let that man have a gun, bro.
Nah, bro, he's a convicted felon.
I mean, but he's also a celebrity, like, bro.
But he's a
You gotta
felon.
have some
Security.
protection.
I don't care.
How you protect yourself?
What do you
got
mean?
enough money for
You
security.
hire security.
Yeah,
bro.
Like that in and of itself, that causes more problems for a lot of these rappers. Why do you have a gun?
Yes.
If
exactly.
you making $1 million a year and you carrying a gun, you crazy as hell.
If you
You're
make
crazy.
$1
No,
That's
talking
kinda
about-
why I wanna
you
carry
want
a
a
gun.
Crazy
You
as
make
hell.
$1 million, bro.
I'm paying
You hire
security
security, you can't get
because
security
if
guards.
you shoot him, your ass is going to jail. If my paid security off-duty cop shoots him, we good.
Yeah,
we
you hire a
good.
lawyer, you get that shit set up.
Yeah.
Dang.
I mean, I'm still carrying one.
For what?
What?
Especially if you're
Well,
a felon.
They get the jump though.
Especially
They
if you're
get
a
the
felon.
jump, they draw down, boom, boom.
Bro, you gotta have security.
If you're a bro, like,
But I'm
21
saying,
Savage.
if they get the quick draw, They
Bro.
hit your dudes, boom, boom.
Whoa.
Now you know what I mean?
Who are you dealing
Bro,
with?
what kind of guys are you dealing with?
Who are you pissing off?
Bro, that's like, bro.
These are trained assailants.
These are assassins, bro.
This guy talking about,
Bro,
I
they
mean,
get
you
the
think
quick
about-
draw. He
That
said,
happened
Take out
recently.
your
But
gun.
listen, I mean, I'm not.
with King Von, but the
Bro,
thing is,
King
with-
Von had no security with him.
he had no security.
You
He had a bunch
you
of
know how the
wood.
rappers in the hood walk around, bro. They have to have 20, 30 guys around them.
Bro, they have 20, 30 goons.
And guess what happened?
And that's why they get in trouble.
And guess what happened?
They got
Guess who shot
Casanova.
King Von? Not the guy who was beating up and whatnot.
The other friend.
It was
The
his
other
friend.
And
Because
that
King
guy,
Von was
and that
giving
guy
him the
was,
beats.
and that guy, guess what? After he got beat up, he got on live. He's like, my man finna get out of prison. You got beat up, but guess who's dead? King Von's dead. Your
The thing
man
is,
shot
you're
him.
not rolling with security. Why are you not rolling with security? If I come up and I'm a rapper
Security.
and I'm rolling with 20 goons.
And I'm riding with what's it? Top flight.
Top flight.
Top flight.
Top
World,
flight.
Craig. We need security in the world,
With the
Craig.
security suits, with the security uniforms on.
Big ass whistle.
Like, I don't understand. Like,
You got security with no
I was
weapons.
just watching that
For
yesterday.
real.
but real stuff.
The only
though.
weapon you got is mace.
Like, why would you not
And when you
roll
talking
with
to rappers.
security? Like,
Why
why
are you rolling with
goons?
goons?
Because that's how you get racketeering charges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you get, racketeering, because these goons are still doing the hood stuff.
Yeah.
They still, whatever they, I'm not gonna say,
G Herbo.
but
In
G
that
Herbo,
situation, his
Casanova.
What happened? What happened to them?
G
Casanova
Herbo-
just got, I
Yeah.
think he's just, RICO. That's how you get a RICO charge.
Because G Herbo, his goons apparently were doing fraud and using money.
Well, they say G Herbo was doing it too.
Yeah, wait, but I'm saying like
His credit card
Yeah,
scams.
it was-
Are they both together?
Yeah.
They're both same people?
Because
no,
they,
his goons around him were
they
doing-
tried
They're friends? They're friends?
Who, G Herbo and Casanova?
Yeah.
no, but they might be friends.
New York and Chicago, guys.
Oh,
They
okay.
tried G Herbo. They
That's
said,
right.
the cops said, bro, they're like, for the amount of music, how his music be hitting, he can't be living like that. They said, the views on his music, he can't be living like that. They're like, bro, we see your sales, bro. How you got
Trash.
2 private planes?
Listen,
I was like, damn.
When the feds want you, bro.
Oh, when the feds got you?
they will
And you got
get
fed
bro.
charges?
When they want you, they will get
If you got fed charges, you're not getting out.
bro,
You
if
gotta
they-
plead.
If they want you, they will get you. They will
Yeah.
wait. They will wait years waiting for
not-
you to like screw up.
Mess
And they'll
up.
will get
Especially if
you.
that money's going to all kind of different
If
places.
feds get you with a RICO charge,
If you bouncing too much,
you're gone. You're gone.
Yeah, so that
If it's not the local cops, I mean, it's the
Nah.
feds. Because the feds, they sit and wait.
yeah,
they sit and wait.
Oh, they typing. Oh yeah,
Them some
we got them on
crafty.
this, we got them on that.
They watching your live.
Makes no sense. We
They
got
watch your
They're
Instagram
gonna
live.
watch you for a couple, maybe even a couple years.
Years.
To them charges.
Yeah, they're going to watch what you
Yeah.
got, too.
That's how they got
All
caught.
the things you get, the money don't add up.
Bro.
You can't prove it with them receipts.
You see, you see how they got Kodak? They got him on like there was a gun in the background of like a live that he had, like while he was like his homeboy had like a gun in the background. And he's not supposed to be around guns at all. So they got that on him.
That's why they raided his house.
Yeah.
His house and got him.
You
Yeah.
gotta like you have to
Then
be
his
careful.
kid was in the house.
His kid, there was a child there
He was in
too.
the house.
And these rappers do this where they go on live, bro.
You can't be posting
They
guns.
set yourselves up for that.
They can't go around live without having something to incriminate.
That's how you
Why do y'all do
get
that?
caught. Like, I don't understand if you're a convicted felon. Like, why would you put your mans in a story? Like, my man's tough, bro. Look at my mans. Hey, show him that blicky, cuz. Show him that. Hey, we hard in there, dude. We big hard. My other man stay strapped too. All my niggas got guns. All my niggas got guns. And let me hold that motherfucker, bro. All my niggas got guns.
$40 later. On your door.
The feds like, oh, all y'all we bringing the order.
Is
that correct? Yeah.
Oh, we've been looking for him.
We know where he is.
Feds got all your names on there. Oh, shit.
Screen record.
And you tag all of them in the video.
Tagging everybody. That's Trey Trey. That's my nigga Sean Johnson. Yo, that's Big Fred. Big Fred got all the guns. Fred, what you moving tonight, bro? You got them bricks on
You
you.
know how you know you go screw up? How they use 6ix9ine lyrics to incriminate them even longer?
Well-
when he was rapping about this and this in his songs, even Bobby Shmurda.
No, speaking about somebody's lyrics, because I don't think
Cause they use their lyrics. when they-
Yeah,
the lyrics you can kind of pass that off as
Oh no, they did it
performative.
to Lil Boosie. They did Lil
Yeah,
Boosie.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they use Bobby Shmurda lyrics.
Yeah, they did.
What was that one guy's name who was
Lolo?
doing the PPP fraud? They got that guy bad straight off of his music video.
PPP fraud.
Yeah, he was doing PPP scams, bro.
PPP.
Somebody-
And he-
PPP?
yes, and he made like a song talking about like
Recently?
I got PPP, and they got him, bro, because he was
You
holding.
mean the PPP loan for,
Yes, bro.
for small business?
He was getting the checks and he was cashing them, and he was like, bro, I made $1 million off of PPP, and they caught that guy.
Yeah.
Because he was in the video,
$1 million off of PPP.
bro. He had a song about it, and then he was in the music video like, "This is the application. I filled it out. Here it is."
I'm gonna give you a whole script how I did it.
Bro, feds didn't even have to try.
Bro, what's that song? I need
They
to
knocked
look
on
at
his
that.
door. They knocked on his door.
Do another
And they're like,
application.
I know you know why
He do
we're
the
here.
instructions on the video.
I know you know why we're here.
You do this and this.
Line 27, I put this.
But there was one rapper, I think his name is
25.
is JX9 or something like that.
Oh,
JX.
Jay, I know you're talking about.
Bro, this dude is
600
raw.
something, JX 600 something.
He's doing scams, so he came up off of scams, and he was telling people in his music videos how to do the
I go
scams.
on Walmart and I take the.
Yeah, I go to Walmart, you know, I download Tor browser and I got back in.
Yeah, when I get all the stuff I need, I take a back route. I'll take the main road.
In the music video, bro, of him doing it, he literally, because the court system recorded it and they didn't convict him on it, so he used the video of him stealing the PS4s and shit in his music video, and he was like, "Special thanks to the whatever county court system for the footage for this video." And I was like, "That's raw as hell, bro."
Wow.
He used the video of him getting away with it,
Wow.
but he was giving you like instructions.
Yeah, how
He's
to
like,
do
"Oh,
scams.
my
You didn't
cousin."
get caught on that?
Nah,
Nah,
bro.
Nah, they can't double jeopardy you either.
You can't get double jeopardy.
Let's say they charge you for that and you come innocent. No matter if you talk about it, say, yo, I did that shit. They can't
They
come
can, bro.
But I ain't even know that.
He was like my cousin.
That's
She
how
let me
we
out
do.
the back
That's
door
how
with the
when Lil Boosie
PS.
came out with his shit. I slapped him in his face 40 minutes straight. Bro, my shit, he talking about how he murdered dude and shit,
Yeah.
and tortured dude, and pretty much told everybody he did it, but they couldn't come back on him. Can't do nothing.
But-
And again too, they tied all his lyrics about like certain things and people,
Like
and they
certain-
tied him into the 7 murders,
You know,
whatever that
the
jump
events
was.
and stuff. Yeah, okay.
And then he got out, and then he made the song about it, like, bro, you can't do nothing no more.
Yeah.
I did that shit pretty much.
Lucy's a savage guy, bro.
He's
Imagine
savage,
if
bro.
they convict you for
Savage.
getting life.
Oh, yeah.
So let me ask a question, because this might be a little bit off
Go
topic.
ahead.
So when you hear stuff like that, right? Like, do you consider that person real, or do you consider that person a serial killer?
A serial killer.
I see him.
I consider.
I will not speak on Boosie.
We love Boosie.
Lucy, you my dog, you funny.
Boosie is top 5 best Instagram comedians. And when they put him on, hey, put the Boosie that's all I want. Bro, when they kicked him off of Instagram, he was like, "Hey man, Mark Zuckerberg, let me get my Instagram. Mark Zuckerberg,
Come on, Mark Zuckerberg.
let me get my account back, man."
Put me in timeout, give me
I just
detention.
consider him a man with a criminal record. That's all.
Bro, that's it. I don't think
A man with a
because
criminal record. That's it.
that don't impress me, bro. Like,
Nah.
I'll put like this.
That's a good question, though. That's
but
a
listen,
good-
it really depends where your views at though, because if you're looking at people who are in the street, they're gonna be like, yo, that's the man.
and that's the problem, bro.
And if you a 9-to-5 hardworking citizen, that's a mom, you know, like a dad, mom, and shit.
You're a
like
serial
that.
killer.
Bro, you a bad.
Oh, that nigga crazy.
That nigga crazy.
But there's
Yeah.
another rapper that I like a lot more. His name is BFP the Pac-Man. You heard of him, bro? Yeah, I heard him. He came out with that song "Free Joe Exotic." No,
Oh, that-
yeah, Free Joe Exotic, bro. I played you some of his songs,
Big-
bro.
big dude.
He's like, "I don't like good girls. I like."
Oh, yeah,
hooker,
yeah, I
hooker,
talking
hookers.
about the big guy.
And I ain't selling crack. I'm selling
Yeah.
niggas booger shit.
Yo, this man was at McDonald's drive-thru or something.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
saw this video?
I seen it. That man was rapping.
Dude, funny as hell though, but he's like, "I'm not a rapper. I'm a mailman." He works 9 to 5 at I think it's like USPS or something like that.
Yeah.
And
He's a legit
he-
mailman.
He's a
Yeah.
Lil Tecca.
Yeah.
He came out and said he's like, I straight cap it. I don't got no guns for nobody. You know, he's like, I got hoes. Nope. In the song he said I got 2 thick thoughts. Bring them to the. And he's like, no, I got a girlfriend. he's like, no. He's like, no, I got a
I got a
girlfriend.
whole wife at home, 2 kids.
But Rod Wave is like that too. Rod Wave be talking about, oh, she broke my heart. This nigga got a wife and kid at home, bro.
For real?
Rod Wave
Wife
is
and
the
kid?
biggest catfish I ever seen,
Yo,
bro. I was feeling his music.
That man very emotional.
Talking about, I got a heart for sale. I said, yes, I got a heart for sale. I seen a post up, I'm happy at home. I'm happy at home. I was like, what?
But you know how it go with some of these rappers, bro. sometimes
It's
all right.
performative now.
It's entertainment.
Yeah, it's entertainment.
Like
But at the same
21
time,
Savage.
Personal
Yeah.
life though, like when they post that, they could be happy in 1 minute though.
Yeah.
At the same time though, they could be, they could be down bad for real. 'Cause
Yeah.
Right.
That entertainment life, they has a lot of people out.
You're in the public eye, but
Yeah.
at the same time, though, I feel like 21 Savage made a very good quote about this, bro. He said, I'm not a gangster, I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm an artist, I'm a performer. Like, once you make it, you shouldn't have nothing to do with, like, Jay-Z, bro. You hear Jay-Z's music.
Bro, Jay-Z stopped
Bro,
everything. He made a
Jay-Z
whole
don't,
company.
bro, this guy is a black entrepreneur, rich. I mean, you never see
Stop
Jay-Z
all that
getting in
stuff.
trouble because once you start getting money, like real money, like that's why I don't understand.
Even that song OJ, he even showed you how to buy your block and help people in the neighborhood. He even
Right.
rapped in his lyrics.
Yeah.
Like,
People
I
don't
don't
know
understand why Kodak would say something like, "Oh man, you're making a lot." Kodak was making bands,
He was making about 100,000 or so,
bro. He was making money, and he's
Yeah,
like,
and
"I
he-
miss juking and robbing."
and then he went back. Actually, he did go back.
He literally said he's like, "I miss juking and robbing,
He
bro."
went back to Jukin and Robin like after he made
Why?
like about, I don't know, $1 million or so, $2 million or so. He went right back into
And that's why they keep sending him to jail because you were like, if
Yeah, all
you
these millions.
making $1 million, you should not be in the same neighborhood. First and
for the
foremost.
people around. That's for people that around him. That's the problem.
Well,
They
he-
made him
Chief-
move out of his
Chief
old
Keef,
neighborhood.
He is a suburban dude.
Chief Keef, to same thing with Chief Keef. We
I'm
got
a
Chief
suburban.
Keef now.
Yeah.
Chief Keef
Calabasas.
left Chicago.
That guy
Have
got
you
a house
heard
in
recently of this
Calabasas.
nigga going to jail?
Yeah, Chief Keef
Actually,
in
he
Calabasas.
moved. And he said it in a
Chief Keef
video.
did-
I don't remember who
Chief
did
Keef
an
did
interview
say-
with him. He was like, "Yo, I couldn't be around the same people
Yeah.
because they were trying to get me to do the same stuff, even though I'm making all this money."
Yeah.
Chief Keef
Plus,
been-
you got people that's gonna set you up.
like
no
Chief
matter
Keef been
what.
making money since he was 16, bro.
Yeah.
He took off with what was it?
Him and
Ways being so.
Oh,
this
yeah,
is the song.
Love Sosa.
I don't like. That's what
I
that's
don't
what
like.
I really like.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
know,
really blew
but
up.
you gotta get out. But to bring that back to a point though, man, Trump and the pardons was the initial topic. Trump was pardoning people that, I can't. I
It's
don't-
very questionable.
He was doing his buddies
Yeah.
favors.
Yeah, very questionable.
I mean, I think
They're
we
like,
can
man,
all
we're
agree
gonna
on
sneak
that.
these two in here. Everybody gonna focus on them, but behind the scenes,
They
Before I
caught the
go,
headlines, and he was pardoning all these other people,
He said, before
and
I
nobody
go-
really talking about how dude was convicted of, tampering with evidence. Dude was convicted of, messing with statistics, trying to pass. I'm like, whoa, let's focus on that a little bit. But his impeachment trial is going to, he's getting. That's
on
in
Monday.
Yeah, that's impeachment.
Oh, he's getting impeached again?
Bro,
He's already been
Bro, he's already
impeached.
out the office, bro. He's up
He
Monday.
just-
He got
Inauguration was,
No, I'm just saying, like.
Nah, they
he
are,
got-
though. They
he
are.
has
They're
to
still
get
doing it.
another-
Yeah,
So hold on, why?
No, he's the first
But-
president to be impeached
so
twice.
the reason why they're doing it, in my opinion, for what something I
Insurrection.
think I read is because of allegations.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, they were saying that they're trying to get him from getting on that retirement money.
Well, yeah, the 200,000.
200,000.
Him running again.
Him running again.
Well, also, I mean, it's like
All the special shit after the presidents leave the White House, they're trying to get him from not being able to receive that.
They're trying to stop
So
it and
that's
send him
why
to
they're
jail.
pretty much-
And he's off all type of social media, so he's gonna have to really try to.
No, he's-
Well, no, they gave him his accounts back.
Moco space.
Yeah, that guy glanced there.
I thought he
That's
was
what my MySpace back.
I thought he was off him because so he got all his social media back.
Yeah,
He gonna get Google Hangouts popping. Hey guys, check me out on Google Hangouts.
Hey, you'll get the AOL back.
I feel like the social media platform are waiting for him to do something stupid again to do the exact same thing to him.
Bro, the thing is with that, bro, I don't got no respect for that, bro. That's performative. That nigga was in office for 4 years doing the same rah,
Yeah.
all of that.
All
And they
the
waited,
tweets.
they waited until,
He was about to be out.
after he's about to get kicked out of the White House to be like, you know what? I feel like it's a good time to tell him.
You ain't this any boy.
You know what, man? We don't agree with the messaging. We're done with you.
Well, what
Get out.
I think what really really pushed them to cancel his accounts was
The
what happened with the
insurrection.
Capitol.
Yeah, but still don't make no sense, bro. That could have been all avoided if you kicked them out before. If you really cared.
Yeah.
But they was making bread.
Yeah.
They was making that
People
bread.
on social media like
Was looking at Trumpy boy.
They're
Trump.
what's this thing Trump
Like,
gonna say? What's the
yeah.
next day?
Bro, this nigga was dropping tweets at 3 a.m. in the morning, bro. On some disrespectful.
That boy up all night. Who just let me say?
He
Who
said,
next?
LeBron James is a clown. They were
He
eating
said
it up.
that?
Yeah.
Why he do all this? Yeah, he eats some good food.
Colin Kaepernick
Who's
is
up
not
next?
an American. He's not.
I'm not watching the NBA finals.
Those Black Lives
No,
Matter
no, no,
dogs.
the Super Bowl. It's the Super Bowl.
Yo,
Yeah, yeah.
Boycott the Super Bowl.
Boycott the
Listen,
Super Bowl.
them
Yeah,
dogs
I
in
see
the
that.
NFL.
Bro, Trump would say something about your company, bro, and your stock would go down overnight. I'm not kidding. Like, y'all laughing. I'm not kidding, bro.
That happened
Trump-
to somebody, it is.
It happened to a bunch of Trump would be
Yeah,
like,
influence on people like that.
like he said, Fox News is biased. Like he said, Fox News. Fox News was biased.
Even though they're with this man.
Bro, they're literally the most right-leading news, whatever. But he said Fox News was biased and Fox News viewership went down. I was like, oh my gosh.
Check out the Trump
He
TV
got
show.
power, bro. He got
But at the same time, bro,
Outsiders, we got
what I
power,
want to
bro.
keep an eye out, because Trump is gone now, so I want to talk about Trump no more. But quick note about Trump, I know I said I want to go talk about him, but his tax plan, I don't know if you guys seen how much he pays in taxes.
It came
I
out.
don't know.
Hold on, did it come out?
It came out. He
When
pays
did
like
it come out, bro?
$700 in taxes.
When did it come out?
I see.
A couple months ago.
Because they say he wasn't going to release it.
Yeah,
You
bro.
paid what?
Yo,
I
this man
seen-
paid less tax than a school teacher,
Bro, he's paid less taxes
Yo.
than me. He paid less taxes than me.
Y'all see that,
This
bro?
nigga paid
Bro,
less
that's-
taxes.
Bro, you know that's legal though. You can
Bro,
spend all that on
and
your
as a
paperwork,
he
right,
said
bro?
he took advantage of Obama period, Bush period, Obama period, all that stuff. But I was like, yo,
Was he taking shots
That
at
got
trying to
me
look at?
whoever do his taxes, bro,
I need him.
Good text, bro.
got
Yeah.
that much. He's special, bro.
I need him.
Bro,
Damn.
but
all the years.
That's how much it cost to file my taxes last
we
year.
shouldn't be watching. No, yeah. All of us, bro, over like the past 10 years, he's paid less taxes than probably like me and Glenn combined, bro.
Yeah.
Wow. Like me and
700,
bro. Because Glenn, I know you paying some mean taxes, bro. You pay something in taxes. Oh, you probably write some stuff. You a business owner. I forgot. Hey, never mind.
The fifth.
He said, hold on. 2 kids.
All my paperwork is always lined up.
Glenn's my granddad, so he put me on the paperwork too. He
All
said
my
that's a
paperwork is
third.
lined
He's still a dependent. He stay in the area. I see him often. He
Everywhere I
write me off
go,
on the taxes.
business transport.
That's how you gotta do it.
You can do the write-offs, but at the end of the day, though, I feel like we shouldn't be watching Trump no more. Who supported Trump's behavior? Those are the people we should be watching.
Why? But why would you be watching that?
Bro, because they supported Trump's behavior. The people that were tweeting out where the Democrats was at during the insurrection.
Well, the thing is that Trump's no longer in office, so I feel
But
like
they still agreed with this guy's. Like, they wanted to overturn an election.
I think
Like, Ted Cruz was petitioning
do you think-
to silence the voice of American people. Like, no, Trump should stay the president. They tried to establish a dictatorship.
I feel like people.
Dude, I feel like it should
on
just-
social media.
Those are dangerous people. I don't care about
Right.
social media. They shouldn't be people that.
There's just too much going on.
Those
Bro,
are people in
what-
power.
The human brain is not designed for that, bro.
What's going on in your life? What are you doing to better yourself? Why are you on social media so much? Why are you worried about something that's going
Bro,
on? in Capitol?
Bro, there's people crying about it. Like,
Who cares
really
about
emotionally
social
so
media?
torn up crying
Ted
about
Cruz is a governor. Like he's making decisions in the state. I think he's in the state of Texas as governor. He's making decisions that reflect in the state of Texas. But he tried to overturn a democratic election. These are issues, guys. Like, put the social media stuff to the side. You can say whatever you want on social media. I don't want you making legislation. I don't want you deciding where my tax dollars go. I don't want no, because you're not democratic. You're not an American. You wanted to establish a dictatorship. That's ridiculous to me. Like, no, fuck out of here. On to the next. Yeah.
I'm not so political.
Yeah, That's not about being political. That's not about. I didn't say Democrats were bad or Republicans. I said if you supported a man who tried to overturn a democratic process,
That's the people you should be focused
you
on.
should be out of your position.
I respect Benjamin Franklin.
But here's another thing too, though.
Benjamin
We
Franklin.
need $100 bill.
Benjamin Franklin owned slaves, actually. So
I'm saying the money though.
you respected.
I'm talking about the bill.
I respect money, but like I don't respect the people. Like, you know what I'm saying? The dude had slaves.
That's why I said $100 bill.
Allegedly had slaves. I mean, we weren't there, so I don't want his ancestors to come after me.
Forget all of them on the bill. I just need the bill. That's all I need.
I like a blue face.
I just like the face.
I like my money blue.
That's all I
You know what I'm
need.
saying?
My money blue.
I don't care who on it. I care who's on it. I was about to say, I don't care who's on it.
Hey, that's crazy.
I care about who's on it.
They gonna put the Monopoly man. You said you wanted blue.
They know they want those orange ones.
Yo, here you go. Here's your blue money.
Money no more. They want that blue.
You gotta be specific. Monkey spot, but
Like I said, on it.
to cycle back, man, to the next topic, man. All that fun political sphere stuff aside, man. I wanted to talk about something that I feel like hits home for a lot of us who have grown up as young males, but young females as well. Kind of the importance of having a father in the structure of the household. I wanted to talk a bit about how that kind of affects, children. According to the Children and Family Research Partnership, it says that children who grow up with involved fathers are 39% more likely to earn mostly A's in school, 45% less likely to repeat a grade, 60% less likely to be suspended or expelled from school, twice as likely to go to college and find stable employment after high school, and 75% less likely to have a teen birth. Also, this is important for us kind of in the black community. I'm gonna speak, my opinion on this, but they're also 80% less likely to spend time in jail. You guys know about the school to prison pipeline, that whole theory and stuff.
And that's people with a father, without a father.
These are people with fathers. These statistics are with fathers. I feel like that's something, because we talk about the importance of a mother figure, and I feel like in recent years, we've had kind of a rise in conversations about the importance of a father, but at the same time, I want kind of hone in on that again. It's super, super important, because I'll speak for myself. I grew up in a two-parent household. I'm well-adjusted, and a case, of course, not every case is the same. I'm not going to generalize and say just because you have a father in there, just because you have the male biologically, or
Man, I think both parents are equally
necessary, are important.
equally important.
Never
because
deny that.
with my situation, I grew up in a father figure home, and my mom wasn't around, and a lot of shit's happening. It's hard for just a single family. Single parent homes is just tough in general.
Yeah.
Wow, shout out to them.
It's definitely rough. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's, if you just have a father figure or just a mother figure, it's probably different,
Right.
how you grow up. If you got just a father figure, just a mother figure. So I think it's definitely equally important to have
Both.
both.
But
Because I feel like, the mom should be nurture, the love.
right.
Especially in young men's life. You know what I mean?
Mama's
to
boy.
show you how to treat a woman, show you how to
First love.
get a woman, show them the shit like that.
That's the father's job.
Well, excuse me. You're right.
Right.
So the mom should be the nature, the dad should be how to defend your home.
Right.
Protect yourself.
I mean, the roles have changed a bit, in a recent
How to
times.
be a man, pretty much.
I feel like we don't, nowadays, modern men and women don't want to conform to the generic, man provider, hunter-gatherer. She's the, take care of the home. I feel like it's more of a partnership.
It's 50-50.
Yeah, it's a partnership.
It is a
It's
partnership.
50.
Like a true partnership where, like, I go out and get some bread, she go out and get some bread. I cook, she'll clean.
I'm not just talking about bills when I say 50-50 neither. You know what I mean? Like
Give and take.
I got what you need.
Okay, Josh, I see the beard coming in. Oh, you put in work? Okay.
I feel like
Facial hair looking strong recently.
That big grew back fast. Boy, you
A little too fast, bro.
You
You just saying last week.
I feel like to a degree, it can be 50-50, but I also feel like all depends on your situation. If you're a man that can bring in the money where she don't have to work or do much, or really have to, she can probably get like a part-time job. Ain't no way it's 50-50. Like you can.
But that's my situation
You
now,
can
though.
stay home, take care of the kids. When I get home, cook dinner. That kind of lifestyle. it takes a lot for that man to get to where he was so he can provide it for you.
Yeah.
Why should it be 50-50? Why do I have to come home?
I
and
feel like that. That's true.
I'm a cook also. No, like, I'm out there making that.
Yeah, I don't
bread.
want to go to work and have
Yeah.
to come home and do
And then work.
chores. and then-
I feel like
I understand
that's
though,
something
if
you
it's-
agree upon ahead
Yeah.
of time, though. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like if you are aware, like Josh, you're aware that you make the bread.
Yeah.
And
Cause that's what I'm
Kim
saying.
takes care of home.
That's my situation now, where it's
Yeah.
like, I'm going out working
Yeah.
and coming home, and it's like,
She take care of that?
couple years, bro.
Whoa.
Sometimes where
Hey,
it's
watch
like,
out what you say about my sister.
Take the headphones off. man.
Hey, meet me after the podcast, man. I want to see you after this.
I feel like, I'm coming home, there's chores and stuff that I do, but it's like, man, I don't want to have to come home and feel like I got to do everything at home, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know you just got a
She's very
newborn.
good about what she does at home. I'm not complaining. I'm saying she does that, but that's how I feel. Like I shouldn't have to go to work, make the money, pay the bills, come home and have to do shit at home too.
According to Laura, she was complaining though. According to Laura, she had words for Josh.
I think it's like I think part of it is spiritual, but I think also part of it is practical too. And I feel like spiritually, there's a lot of scriptures and a lot of stuff from all kind of different religions and different beliefs that it's not necessarily about father and mother, but I think it's about the combination of guardians. You know what I'm saying? Of
Right.
like the different genders of guardians that really allow people to be brought up the same way, but I also feel like it's practical. Like practically one person trying to work and take care of the kids.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
hard,
like,
man.
come on, like I mean, and so now when it comes to the 50-50 part, like, and I think I can see it now because my life has transitioned from before when I was just always out working versus now I work from home. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, working from home, taking care of the kids, is way harder than going to work. Bro, going to work for 12 hours is 10 times easier, bro, than taking care of the kids because when you're taking care of the kids, it never stops.
Yeah.
Like I'll clean
Yeah.
and then
5
everything, like
minutes.
bro,
It
they
takes
walk
5 minutes.
by and they pull everything out the drawers. And there's been situations when I know Laura, she's at the club and I've been taking care of the kids all day, and I'm like, yo, she's about to be home in 30 minutes. I'm like, damn, this house is a mess, and I've been cleaning all day, bro. She come in, it looks like and she's like,
I thought you were supposed to.
I'm like, you don't understand.
She give him a
You
look.
don't understand.
Lord, pull up, she give him that look.
I had a baby in my arm. I'm trying to take him out. I'm trying to educate. I'm trying to clean.
Bro, you got
It's
one
hard,
crying,
bro.
you got one crying, one's over there doing
One
some
running,
like-
one running. He
you
pulling
like,
some
this ain't
shit about to
real.
die. He climbing the shelf.
You're like, this can't be real. This ain't happening.
Bro,
Like, how
One
can this
figured out how to open the door. Now he outside. You gotta chase him down. He down the street.
Bro, it's like the
Then they
story,
both
bro. It's
start
like-
crying and shit. It's like, man.
And you just sitting there defeated.
you
And at
know.
work, I can just go to work, right? But at home it's different. So I kind of feel like if I'm working and if I come home and everything ain't done, look, I ain't gonna trip. Because I already know what it's like.
Understand.
It's hard.
But therein lies, the question was, there's a lot of, I know you guys see it. In my opinion, I see a lot more propaganda. I see a lot more mention of, mothers are so necessary, but they don't talk about as much the importance of having, a father, not even just in like where you're married or in a relationship, but also relationships that split up,
Yeah.
I feel like it should be 50-50. Not even gonna get into child support. I don't know if we
Yeah,
got time for that. I don't know if we got time for child support and visitation.
Alimony.
I feel like if they're not an
Royalties.
infant, because I can understand if it's an infant, she needs to be with, or she or he needs to be with the mother because she needs to be breastfed. But even then, you could pump the milk and give it to the father.
Or you still got the powder milk too. So
Exactly. You look at the court system, the role of the father is really downplayed. And you look at what happens to those kids that get pushed out by the mother, get pushed out by the court system. They're like, oh, well, you work, so,
Yeah, I would say this though.
Look at what happens to the kids.
In the next 10 years, it's gonna be different.
Very different.
It's gonna be different. 'Cause I feel like it's already starting to change.
For better or for the
It's starting to be better.
Better.
So I've heard now stories about how the father's now getting the kids.
Getting
Yeah,
full custody.
I've been hearing a lot of that.
Yeah,
as
so
well,
it's
too.
not like 20 years ago where you guys have a breakup, you take it to court, it goes automatically to the mom. You know,
Yeah,
it's
And then you
going straight
gotta
to the
fight
mom,
to
straight
see your
mom.
kids.
Yeah, then you got,
Fight.
and then really they only have to give you the kid 2 times a week.
Yeah.
2 days out the, was it 4 days
I
out
think
the
that
month?
also men have created that culture because they tend to not care. So we also gotta look at the facts. You know, this, no. In the past, there's a lot of.
Hey, hold on. Let
Nah,
us speak.
hey, in the past, there's
And
been,
it is
and,
true.
and I can speak in my own
Except-
personal
let him speak.
situation
Let him
too. You
speak.
know,
Let me hear it.
I feel like in the past, you know, there's been a big culture of men who they'll have kids and they don't really care about coming around. You know, I know some of it has to do with the baby mama. I get that stuff, right? But in the past, like normally, you know, the kid is kind of expected to be with the mom because the dad is like, I don't want to do that type of stuff.
Well, you know, I feel like that's why conversations like
that's
this
changing.
are important.
That's true.
Because you tell men, you talk to men about, because I feel what he's saying. You look at 50 Cent, bro.
Yeah.
Look at 50 Cent and his son. 50 Cent, he wouldn't even pay to eat with his son. And I understand that because his son spent a lot of time with his moms, and his moms fed him this story about it. 50 and his son
and
look
that happens
exactly
a
the
lot.
same.
Yeah.
50 and his son look exactly the same. You look at them, you could tell. But they just can't stand each other because of this type of stuff that the mom told them.
Yeah,
But that's
I
why,
agree.
again, conversations like this are important because you tell guys, be in your kid's life. You know, do it. Even if you got to fight. So your son grows up and he doesn't hate you. Your daughter grows up and she doesn't hate you.
See, in my like, the reason why I mean, like, you're wrong on that because the reason why I say you're wrong on that is because
It's not outright wrong.
I'm not saying like outright wrong, but like there's definitely truth to it. I'm not saying you're completely wrong.
Right, it's
But
two sides.
Yeah, 2 sides. Sorry, if I'm saying you're completely
No,
wrong.
no, I get what you're doing.
I get what you were
Yeah,
trying.
I get what you're saying.
So,
Reason why I say like that reason is because for when a woman for the court system, the kid usually goes to the mom. She gets to feed them basically anything she wants to say about the dad.
Mhm.
And also, if the dad doesn't want to be with her, that wants to be in the kid's life, she harbor resentment, so she will keep the kid with her.
Yeah.
On purpose.
That's facts.
On purpose.
That's
and then,
facts.
And you look at that.
And then for the ones that are, you know, just forget the woman, I don't want to be in the kid's life. Those are definitely bombs.
Those are
definitely
deadbeat
guys,
dads.
Yeah, and it's a lot of them.
But
Yeah.
that's
It's a lot
right.
of
I feel like that's also kind of a bit problematic
Yeah.
to say, just because we don't. First of all, there's a lot of deadbeat moms too.
Yeah.
If you look at it, there's a lot of deadbeat moms,
Yeah.
but we don't talk about that.
There's more dads than moms.
What we
Yeah,
talk
definitely
about.
more dads,
The thing
like,
is, the
there's
conversation.
Than there's men.
There's
more women than
there's more women on the planet than men, but we
Like,
always
there's
have this
more deadbeat moms
conversation
than dads.
about like deadbeat dad. Like I know you guys heard the stereotypes growing up, like, hey Jamal, where's your dad? You know, like always talking to the black guys, like Jamal, your
And-
dad's
and
not coming.
And it's also like how it's perpetuated on.
It's a
on-
stereotype.
in movies and other stuff.
Yeah.
Like
On
the
black-
shows,
on black guys.
especially on
Black
black, especially
On black- in the black community.
In the black community, that's
It's
very
the same
normal.
But the thing is,
to not have a
think
dad.
think if you're a child, okay, and all the media that you see shows, you know, a black man abandons kids. You know, the shows that you watch. You know, Fresh Prince
Friday,
of
Black Friday,
Fresh Prince of Bel Air. You
Oh,
know, his
Let's think
dad.
about how much fathers are in prison,
His
though.
dad, and the prison to the school. To
I mean,
prison,
that gotta be a
that's
big percentage.
whole different, you know,
Topic.
because well,
Yeah.
it's irrelevant because if you're in jail, you have no choice.
Yeah, and-
If the mom doesn't want to take the kid to see you, you can't see your kid.
Yeah, and she can also say all she wants to say about you.
Yeah,
While
yeah.
you can't defend yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
Your daddy ain't shit. Your daddy a deadbeat. You know. what I'm saying?
Especially because most of that sometimes come from how the man doesn't want to be with the woman, but wants to be in the kid's life.
Yeah.
And she'll
cut it off.
She'll cut it off for him. But also you gotta understand, like, most men, if they're gonna get with a woman with a kid, they're not gonna get with a white woman with a kid because they want the kid to actually look like them. They want to be in their community, in their culture. For most men that actually are gonna marry a single mom,
Yeah.
they don't normally want to be married to a mom that has a white baby or light skin. They want to be with a mom that has a kid that is like their color.
Matches,
Yeah, match their color. But for the ones that are trying to like say, oh yeah, like dead fathers are deadbeats, or yeah, men ain't shit. Like it's because they're hurt.
Yeah.
And,
You're part of
it.
the
And they're
problem-
not taking responsibility.
And that becomes a movement for a lot of women because it gets sent out all to every single.
And it
single
becomes a
mother out
cool
there.
thing, kinda like-
Yeah,
Well,
it
think
becomes
about
a
the
cool
young
thing
men
type.
that are raised by single
Well,
mothers
and then you
that
saying that
perpetuate that same kind of
It becomes
propaganda.
a cycle. Like you're saying, men ain't shit, but you're a single mother with a son. So you're saying men ain't shit. You're talking bad about the father. So then, what is he gonna grow up to? Thinking that
Exactly.
he's not shit.
Yeah, thinking
He's
he
not-
ain't-
He ain't gonna be much.
It's his responsibility to knock a woman up and leave her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and at the same time with that,
You your daddy's son.
you said for real. Like, but imagine that, like, impact.
Yeah.
Imagine
Really?
you're 5 years old and she's ranting about your dad right in front of you. man, your daddy ain't shit. Man, you your daddy kid for real. You do something bad. She uses that.
Your daddy's
And she's
a
like,
donor.
man, you really your dad's son, man. You acting just like your daddy. Stop acting like your daddy. And, you know, not to say anything against, again, being a single mother is extremely stressful, especially if you make it work. Shout out to all the single women. But at the same time, we need to stop kind of proliferating this message that, you know,
Daddy ain't nothing.
your dad, fathers aren't important to have in your life, you know, whether it's with the mother or not. Like,
just this past, I think, like Mother's Day, it's always recognized on like TV and stuff like that, right? I think just this past year when it was Father's Day, it was like blocked out. Like it was, they try to put women in there as like.
They're the father.
Yeah, like they put them in there. As
they're like, I know you're talking about.
So they basically
the commercial where it's like,
excuse the
shout
guy-
out to the single mothers
out there. They
on
excuse
Father's
Father's
Day.
Day, like
I
as
seen
like
that.
it's not really as important. The moms are the one that's really important.
Like, I felt that. I saw that commercial too.
Man, hold on.
can't get your gay?
You remember when Chris Rock came out with that stand-up, saying how fathers is the lowest of the totem pole in the family?
Yeah, it's true.
The kids come
It's true.
first,
The
and
kids.
then the dog.
The dog is more
It's
important than the
second.
father.
The
But
father's
yo,
probably
that's
like
how it
fourth
is,
or
bro.
It
third.
really is
It's
like
really
that
how it
sometimes.
is.
I seen that.
Yeah.
Man,
But-
I feel like, you know, it's funny too, man. I got, you know, kids from two.
I think, I don't know, I can't really, me personally, I can't agree for that in my personal life though.
That's you
Because
personally.
yeah, so I guess
We're
it's
talking
a
more
different situation.
Broader.
But-
Yeah, broader
Josh
spectrum.
was
Sometimes,
saying
bro,
something.
it feels like, bro, it feels like,
Yeah.
listen, it feels like once the wife has the kid, she falls in love with the kid.
Yeah.
She wants to nurture the kid. It's all about them goddamn kids. You know what I mean?
You're probably
and it's
nervous
like, you know,
off.
yeah, bro. I'm like, you know, she makes something to eat. I'm like, oh, it's for the baby. Like, where my junk at? You know what I mean? Like, I'm hungry too.
And
you know?
normally back then, it used to be father.
And then there we
What
go.
a-
the father gets it.
The
and
father's
then
the head of the household.
It comes down that line.
Yeah.
And normally the wife is probably the one that's going to be like, okay, your dad's always first, and you come second, all that.
Yeah.
I understand when it's a baby, probably the baby
Well,
comes
No,
first.
it definitely comes to king first,
Yeah.
man. It comes to king. You know what I mean? The wife, you know how I look at it. I'm a little old school. But the wife,
Yeah.
the wife makes the plate. All right, the wife. That's how I look at, you know, how it is. Especially if you're at like someone else's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wife goes makes the plate. She gets the king first, and then the kids.
Yeah.
So and that's how I was always, you know, my mindset has always been is,
That's
you
how I've
know,
been too.
A little
the wife,
traditional, yeah.
wife
Yeah,
go
it's
gets the
traditional.
food. She serves and she serves out. The king gets it first. You know what I mean? That's how I always been.
Backlash is what you want, a baby? That's what you gonna
Yeah.
get for the
Yeah.
back.
But they got that agreement at your, and I feel you on that, bro. Like, you know, I feel like it's very important to recognize the importance of, you know, father figures, and, you know, hey, let me get my, you know, give us our respect, you know, not
Put some
our,
respect on my
not
name.
our. I ain't a dad. I ain't a dad.
Give them their
Yeah.
respect.
Give them their respect.
The dad gets the big piece of the chicken.
Yeah, like my dad has always been in my house. We would get chicken. My dad would get his chicken first. I get a piece of his chicken. You know what I'm saying?
I get the breast. Y'all get the chicken wing.
Y'all get the wing.
He get the thigh.
You get the drumstick.
I get the little drum. You know, my mom.
You and your brother go split that chicken wing in half. You get the flat.
Yeah, you know, my dad and my mom would eat. Me and my brother split one of the pieces. We gotta close our eyes, you know, make it fair. Because if I get the big piece and I see it, I cheated, dog. I'm sorry, Justin. I used to cheat on that chicken stuff.
Just like I know you did. But it's okay.
But, you know, in all actuality, man, it's to tie this back to a point, man. You look at, you know, the statistics. I mean, they show that when the father isn't present in the family, you know, system, whether it's with the mother, they're, you know, in a relationship, or I feel like that's a lot better. But whether it's in the relationship or not in the relationship, you know, when the father is present, you're more likely to do better in school. You're more likely to be successful later in life.
I can see that.
You're more likely
It
to make
makes
better
sense.
decisions.
Well, I would say too, just like I said, if you're growing up in a single parent, they gotta work, pay the bills,
It's only so
do
much
the
time,
chores,
so much
time.
cook, and then help you with the homework.
and get you morally correct and make sure you
And still take care of
them.
himself.
and take care of
And
themselves.
make sure you're not, out there with some other hoodlum.
Yeah, it's a lot, bro. It's a
It's
lot.
too much
And
to
to continue
maintain.
progressing in life and educating
I mean,
themselves.
just
and-
think about it. If they're at work nonstop, and then there's, parents out there that work 2 jobs to make it go around.
Yeah.
So just imagine you working 2 jobs to make it go around. You never home. your kid out and about.
You don't know
Or
where.
at home by themselves.
At
people
home
bring
by
whoever
themselves.
they want.
Inviting whoever they want over to the house.
That junk gets hard, bro.
You need
First-
help. You gotta have a
don't
team set up for
You
that.
gotta
type
have a
of stuff.
team set up, man.
You don't have guidance.
You know.
And I think that's the part about it. If you're single and you have like I think about my mom was a single mom with 6 kids, for the most part of it, right? And she was with her ex-husband was a very abusive guy, used to beat her up and stuff like that. But I always remember that there was different people that came into my life that were like mentors. And there were people that I learned from. So it's like, I think my mom also did her part with making sure I was positioned in places with coaches and churches and just different people in the community that was speaking positive stuff, because you can't do that by yourself. It's impossible. Even with 2 parents, your kids are still gone most of the day. So you got to make sure that where they're at, it has to be in a position where they're going to get good influence from.
Yeah. And then also too from that, I feel like, some kids nowadays, I feel like if they have one single parent, on decisions that they'll make, they'll rethink that if they had 2 parents. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. I think twice.
The stupid stuff that, I like me thinking about like what I used to do. My mom was a single mom as well too. Like if I had, my dad went down, I don't think it's a good idea.
Or you probably got a whoop it for something.
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
right? You think that, I might-
Daddy gonna whoop your ass. That dad
You might get a whooping.
That dad whooping hit different. My mom used to hit me like 20 plus
I used to laugh. I was like,
Bro, we used to go tit for tat.
Yo.
Bam, bow, bam. My dad come home, I hear the belt jingle. I'm scared. I don't know who it was. I think it was Kevin Hart, bro. Who said like the mom used to go to the dad and she used to be like, "Hey, go whoop his ass. He disrespected us." And he said, "Disrespected us." I just walked in, but to tie it back around, man. Dads are important to have in the household, man, and I feel like that's something we can all agree upon. But to close us out, we've been talking about a lot of stuff that is really important to talk about. But let's talk about some positive just to end us out of here, man. Can everybody say like one positive thing they noticed this week, real quick?
You mean something positive?
Something positive.
I feel like all people, despite what it has looked like in 2020, I think all people does have the ability to think wise as far as in the aspect of like their reactions, man. Like things that are happening political, and it's showing like there's a lot of people over the political stuff that are just way too extreme, but there's also a lot of people who are really smart and who can keep things very leveled. And sometimes like the future looks bad because you see a bunch of stupid stuff that's happening, like damn, people killing each other with toilet paper. But then there's also a lot of smart people who know how to bring
sharing that together.
just bring people together and keep it positive. So I feel like there's although there's a lot of negative, I feel like there's more positive people. That's
Always light in the dark.
I feel like around Christmas time when people get into that Christmas spirit, they love everybody.
Right.
I feel like that same energy should be like every day. You
Year
know what I'm saying?
round,
Like,
okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like spread the love, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the same energy that you have.
Give me a
you
gift.
know, with Christmas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Give me a
saying?
gift in
I'm
February.
open every day.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
like
feel me? You
I
know
take
what I'm
gifts
saying?
all year
And
long.
not-
Cash that Finley 317.
And now I'm not
Bless
really
my
necessarily
cash
about
app,
the, I'm not really necessarily about the gift, but it's
Dear
about the
Heavenly
love that
Father.
you're showing
Yeah.
that person. You know what I'm saying?
Genuine.
Exactly.
It's
Genuine love.
definitely still there.
Don't wait till
Yeah.
Christmas. You're like, damn, bro,
Yeah.
love you, man. You know
Don't
what
wait
I'm
till
saying?
my birthday.
Don't wait till, you know what I'm saying?
Don't
spread
wait
that
till the
love,
alcohol
man.
hits you to say
You
that
know
you
what
love
I'm
them.
saying? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I get real friendly on
Don't bring flowers to my funeral. Give me that bit right now.
Yeah. That's a good one.
You know what I'm saying?
King
Spread
V.
that love,
For
man.
me, I just think like for this 2021, everybody should learn something different, learn something new, keep yourself a bit busy.
Stay educated.
Yeah, at the same time, like not every action deserves a reaction.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that if somebody does something wrong to you, you have to do something wrong
You
to
gotta
them.
react to
Yeah.
it. Yeah, exactly.
You gotta be smart in that. You
Okay.
gotta understand like some people can do wrong, but just keep moving.
Yeah, true.
Just stay to yourself. Don't have to always have a reaction for the bad things.
Yeah.
And good things will also happen to you. So think about that.
Man, my positive,
Facts,
keep it, honestly, man, I think the most positive thing I can say, and I think it's something that kind of rung clear for me since the start of the week, man, do what makes you happy. And start doing what makes you happy regularly. Because when you constantly in a grind, work, money, chasing, that's not bad. I like chasing money. I like a bag. Birkin bag. I want to get a Birkin bag.
40 bags.
You know what I'm saying?
40K.
For myself, I get a Birkin bag for myself. I keep it at home.
40K.
I let all the women that come over see it. You know what I'm saying? This could be you.
Keep that bit in keep that bit in the glass case.
All jokes.
Hung up on the wall. And do you want that bag?
You know what I'm saying? You want that bag? Act right. Act right.
You better be the
We should
one.
have clipped to Sarah.
Take it easy. Hey. But
You don't want that Birkin bag?
all jokes aside, man. All jokes aside, do what makes you happy, man. Because at the end of the day, that's probably going to be one of the most important things when you hit a hard time. You got that place you can go to relieve the stress. But
Also have people genuinely and that love you around you.
Exactly.
Because people you
The
keep
circle of
around you
influence.
can also be your detriment.
But in closing, though, J9, you got a positive message for us, man? Before we wrap her up like a gift that I accept all year round, guys. Don't forget that, man. I'm
Cash
for
App.
my
Cash App is
Cash App is officially 317.
Cash App is
Please and thank you.
$ Kenny Charles.
We don't worry about that Cash App. We're on my Cash App. We're on my Cash App.
All right, so the one thing I would say, just to tie it all into everything that we talk about, don't be a product of your environment. Go outside your horizons and reach outside the community. You know what I mean? Like don't be, if you're just in a single family home, don't be another statistic.
Be more.
Be more.
Be more than
Be more.
I feel
You know
that,
what I
man.
mean? Don't just be, if you see other people acting a certain way because they're in the same situation, don't mean that you have to be the same thing.
Also speak to those people also. Like, let them know what it is.
Yeah.
Put them on the straight and narrow, man. Talking to that one person could change their whole life. But thank you guys for tuning in. This has been the Truegainz podcast. Truegainz. This is the Truegainz gang. But I will see you guys next week.
Yes,
shout out to Mystic Martian. Shout out to Drake, Certified Lover Boy. I'm still waiting.
Shout
on
out to
it.
Pito 4K for the setup.
Everybody else, though, the most boring part. Certified Lover Boy. Message Drake, guys. I need that album. We'll see you guys next week.
This guy's funny.
Two. Mic drop.
That was good.
I wouldn't drop the mic, but I might.
All set, man. Good job, boys. That was a good one, man.
That was really good.
Shit. Sorry, I kept you a little over glam, man.
Nah, you good, bro. If anything, like I said, because you were losing your power, that's what I was saying. So you probably lost some of your visual.
My jump. Oh, man, that was.
So you want to do a?
It says enter.
Yeah, it's a little circle button that you just hitting that shit.
Yeah, I hit the stop. Yeah, I hit the black square.
Nobody that guy, bro.
So
Yeah,
see
it's not recording.
here.
It's not recording.
Hey, fam, you want to see where it stopped you because it kept going, but you faded as fuck.
Yeah, it's not recording. Man.
See where it, because it kept going. Let's see where
It's good, bro.
real visual stopped.